I mean, it's WrestleMania season, but you got a point
Yes.
at the Untitled Manny and Marcus show.
Yeah. It's always pointing. Lita's like, yeah, we're going to get 14 views on this one.
I mean, Lita's also like the Botox in her face is like her face is kind of paralyzed at the moment.
Yeah. I look like Buzz Lightyear right now. To infinity and beyond. That's as far as my face can go. Star Command. Or Star Command? Star Command, right? I can't remember.
Yeah. Star
Ever since
Command.
the world. Yeah. Star Command. Come in. I need more injections into my face. That's terrible. That's mean. I shouldn't be attacking people with their Botox.
I'm now scrambling to try and post this to the mid-card mess because what you don't know is me and Marcus were talking about ghosts before we were going live.
Yes. And how I would be really upset if I was, because most people think ghosts, they're thinking the Victorian ghosts, like, ooh, and the candles and all that. But I'm like, man, we're old enough, man, where we would get millennial ghosts. And it'd be not the same. It'd be a terrible experience. It'd be a terrible experience.
I would hope that I wouldn't get the accidental Gen X ghost.
Gen Z?
Gen Z ghost of like, you really hurt my feelings right there. You're hurting mine right now.
You're hot. It's haunting me. It's haunting me without trying to get canceled. You're a ghost. What do you care about getting canceled for? Ooh, spooky, spooky. Is it okay if I scare you right now? Is it okay if I scare you right now? No, ghost. It's never a good time for you to scare me. But you know what ghost I want to talk to? You know what ghost I want to talk to right now, Manny? The ghost,
Dusty Rhodes.
The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. You're a horrible father. I want to tell you that. I believe in everything Paul Heyman said. In my last conversation, the last thing I will ever say to anybody in human existence, baby, before I die, I want to say that Cody, baby, is my favorite son. But Roman Reigns, daddy, Roman Reigns is the son I've always wanted. Now I'm going to die. Hard times, daddy, hard times.
All right, we will cover more of that when we come back right after this. Where is it?
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe. Ow, ow, ow!
Oh, check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Again, how? I did not see it coming right now. Saturday was one thing. Right now is an offense.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course Lord Manny Hayes, and I'm always joined by this guy right here.
Marcus the grand finale. Touch hands, touch hands, touch hands. Yeah.
So I did say I was going to make you laugh in the first 5 minutes, and that actually wasn't the actual reason. That wasn't the actual.
Well, I wasn't expecting that way. Like I forgot that you said because we started talking about ghosts. I forgot you said you were gonna make me laugh in the first 5 minutes, and then I get that.
I don't think you. So Marcus, how did we leave the Lost Royals retro taping?
I don't remember. Oh yes, yes.
Well, I have you know. I started watching the March episodes and I found the other angle.
Oh, yes!
For people that don't know, Undertaker somehow found a teddy bear. Vince McMahon won't explain what the reasoning of this teddy bear is other than it's personal, and he set it on fire and it turned this grown old man into a whimpering one.
Yes, as he groveled up a steel ramp.
No!
And Manny, if you go back into that image, please, one more time, please. It looks like Vince McMahon is smiling too. This is Vince McMahon. This is actual footage of Vince McMahon returning into WWE after being kicked out and canceled. Him groveling back out of a burning building with a smile on his face saying, I am in it all, damn it! I'm gonna ruin it all!
Yeah, so that has nothing to do with today's show. I just wanted to make Marcus laugh.
Well, there have been several things to make you laugh, Manny. Also, your green outfit to start the show. Coming in.
It's not an outfit. It's a life choice.
Manny decided to be the Grinch who stole Valentine's Day. Who's up there going to rip the heart out of every single person he knows. Or if it's the Grinch that ruined Valentine's Day, I feel like he'd just go on a bunch of dates and say, no, just make a bunch of, just ruin people's day. Male or female, doesn't matter. Just go out there and it's like, you sit there, you wait for your date, and then the Grinch just shows up.
I go on all the dates. I'd go with every spectrum of the straight, all the LGBT,
all the letters.
Communities. I'd have a date with all of them, ruin it, make them pay.
I show up there in full Grinch, you know, the Grinch, as Grinchy as I could be, because the Grinch smelled. I just sit down at the table, and it'd be like Chris Henson and What to Go.
Catch a Predator.
Yeah, I don't know why. You just be in there ready to have a good time with your date, and all of a sudden the Grinch show up. You know who I am? Oh, the Grinch who stole my Valentine's Day. I don't know why I'm blanking out on the rapper that is Mr. Steal Your Girl. Why am I blanking out on that? It's Mr. Steal Your Girl. I don't know why I'm blanking out on who that is, but that's who the Grinch would be on Valentine's Day, and I think that's what I would love to do. Why is he here?
So while we're here, let's quickly cover some of NXT Vengeance Day. It kicked off with Wesley versus Dijak, which, you know, I was all over Twitter and the mid-card mess saying Dijak is nothing without Keith Lee. Someone said vice versa, but I think Keith Lee has done more without Dijak.
I mean, you can equally say both of them aren't the same without each other. Like, because like Keith Lee and Swerve, they're teaming, and I guess Keith Lee got a brick on his stomach, and that's the end of him. I didn't realize that was. Yeah, he's never been seen since, which is my greatest medical updates. We have not seen or heard from this guy since. We should do a wellness check, guys. At this point.
Someone call me him or me Chin. Husband.
Yeah. I mean, your husband had a cinder block on his stomach and a man jumped on it. How is he doing? Is he okay? Have not seen or heard from him since.
I will have to say, I was pleasantly surprised by this match. It was really good. It was almost like they captured the spirit of Johnny Gargano's false finishes.
The ghost of Gargano finishes. Still got him.
They had so many false finishes in this match, and like I honestly thought, you know what, this could be a quick belt dumping where Dijak would come in, but it wasn't. It was a really good match. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. Dijak broke his finger.
Yeah.
The extra.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. I was trying to wait for you to finish.
The finger is literally just hanging on.
Yeah.
On the bow.
It's disgusting. And, but really good match, good opener. And I always say the best matches are the ones where you're not sure what the hell's going to happen in this match. On the Saturday show, for the 4 people that actually watched and the 14 people that actually clicked it, said
one
that
of them
this
was me. One of them was me to click it by accident.
I did a pity click too. Like, someone has to watch this. I said that this would probably be one of the sleeper matches, and it did not disappoint. I thought this was a good way to start the show. And again, as I was telling Manny earlier, when you start the show, I believe every single NXT person or fan, to quote unquote, or wrestling fan or WWE guy, premium live event watcher, I don't know what we call them these days, turned on that show and probably was shocked at that crowd. Like, I went, oh,
Yeah,
people are
amazing.
here for this shit. Like, you were here for this shit. I was not expecting that at all. I was not expecting that.
The whole presentation looked different once you saw it. It was like none of these it doesn't look like you're in a warehouse.
Yeah.
It looked more open. You could see like amounts of people. It's stuff that NXT is missing. Like when the early days where you were when they were going head to head. The one thing that stood out way more always was the AEW crowd. When they first started going head to head, it was like there's so many people here. It's loud. You've got the same 200 people almost all the time watching the NXT, in the NXT crowd.
But still, the Full Sail aesthetic was better than the current aesthetic. Like, the Full Sail at least it looked like it was almost an arena. I know it wasn't, but it had that look of like, like we're somewhere.
Different. At least it's good that they're traveling again because for like pay-per-views at least. But like,
it made it look major league. It didn't look as I guess minor league as it does every Tuesday. That's small.
Then we had Apollo versus Melo.
Manny's happy.
Yeah, I was very happy because I generally I fucking hate 2 out of 3 falls matches because normally they follow the same pattern every time.
Yeah. But today, a clean sweep. And do you think, because I saw some chirping. So I heard the whispers on the internet. You hear it a little bit. I'm sure you heard it too. Apollo Crews was buried on Vengeance Day. He wasn't buried.
He wasn't buried. It was then designed to start a new angle with Dabba-Kato.
Yeah. It's a good setup, good storytelling, and they had to make Melo look strong, especially if he's going after the NXT title.
Breaking news, Marcus, coming in from LeviSports.com. Keith Lee is all right. He has a big stomach. He's currently doing the Levert musical.
Those who don't know, Gerald Levert. R&B legend. I'm sure Manny doesn't know who Gerald Levert is, but
I did when he sent his diatribe story.
Yeah.
You don't remember that
Manny
video?
Yeah.
That video is like that nearly went 1,000 views for nonsense.
Yeah. Again, this channel does better when we just throw up random nonsense. As in, Jamal goes up there and does real, actual work and big matches, and yet we can't get any views for that. But Manny shows a video of a lady with these pots and pans, and yet, booyah! 69. Jackpot. We done struck the gold.
And the other thing was the pinfalls that Melo got weren't that close to each other, and it was a hard-fought match. You could tell they were trying to tell the story that Apollo is essentially the older Melo with experience, and it was a good kind of story. But like, what's next for Melo? Because the only thing I see is Melo has to go for that title, the NXT title. He can't be going around for the and it.
Oh, breaking news!
Might be breaking news.
The first thing I do when I turn on my internet, I see Manny in his thirst traps. Yeah, there you go. Jerry Lawler rushed to the hospital.
Literally an hour ago, the story broke.
Yeah, wow.
Unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. Hopefully all is well with him. I know we talked again, whenever we talk about the Raw's Retro, our affinity for the King and his random ad-libs in the middle of promos.
I generally like the King. Like, it's hard. It's harder in your older ages to be like, I approve of the nonsense he does and stuff, because it is objectifying women and everything. But him, Vince, JR, it kind of the voice to your childhoods.
Yeah, I enjoy the ad-libs. Just randomly in the middle of a promo, he'd just be like, "Oh, what do they mean by that? Oh, JR, that's all I need. Oh, JR,
that was
he got him."
Thing. When me, you, and Eric watched that one episode of Raw all together, and then he was stealing our bits that we were gonna say in between the promos.
I'm sure that we took our bit probably from him that was buried deep in us from years ago. Hopefully he's okay.
I think my quips come from at least have some about 30% of Jerry Lawler embedded in them.
I like to think I'm doing a Bobby Heenan, but I'm probably doing a Jerry Lawler. Because Bobby was the best at the ad-lib. Bobby was the best.
And then we had, what was the third match? Was it the tag match? Was there only 5 matches? I think there was only 5.
If we go to the card, I could go through. Yeah, I believe it was the women's tag match, right?
Oh yeah, the women's tag match where Kiana James and Fallon Henley won the NXT Women's Tag Team titles in a surprisingly good match for a non-tag team.
It was alright, and I like the story that she cheated most of the hold the legs and whatever. I feel like the KC Express deserved whatever they were trying to do.
They needed to be stopped.
Whatever happened to them in that match, I was like, they deserved it.
No. For weeks when they've been walking around throwing shade, I was like, they need to be stopped. If it's not them, it needs to be the witches, the fire witch and the spooky witch.
Oh no, I think the Witches versus the KC Express is the better match. I don't know how we gonna go to this Phelan Henry and Kiana James.
I'm sure they're gonna.
This is short term. This is short term title
rematch. Yeah. And then we get to the tag team, the Fatal 4-Way tag team match, which I didn't actually see. I did think I was going to see Gallus winning. For me, I thought they were going to put the straps back on Pretty Deadly, but
nah.
But they put it on Gallus boys.
Again, whenever I see Pretty Deadly, I say they're going to the main roster. It's not even a matter of where. This is like when Triple H goes like, "All right, we're in." Like, you can literally team them with the Maximum Male Models, and they literally work with that group and just come out one day.
I kind of want them to be put with Seth.
Seth goes over, who are your designers, Seth? Who are you know? It's Elton Prince, and I can't remember the other one.
Elton. It's Elton.
No, it's Elton Prince, and what's the other one?
I don't know. I thought it was Prince and Elton.
No. Elton Prince is one name.
Nah.
Or is it Prince and Elton?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Someone
but
check us.
Yeah. But I had Gallus winning. My predictions are all coming true on this one, Manny. Gallus boys winning. Gallus boys on top. And I think that's the right move. I think they're the physical tag team that you need right now, considering that the NXT tag team division are a bunch of large men. Like the Creed brothers, large. And the Sheer, large. And then there are no other tag teams after that.
The Creed brothers wrestled the OC on Main Event this week.
Oh.
And
that's good for them.
And Indy, I think, had a match with Dana Brooke.
That doesn't help Indy at all. Indy, you're never leaving that main roster. You're never leaving that. You're never leaving the minor leagues, Indy. If you're gonna pick matches with Dana Brooke.
Kit Wilson.
Kit. There you go. Kit. Yeah, I think Kit is his name. Yeah. I love that. Elton and Prince, right? No, it's not. They're not the two great pop legends as in Prince and Elton John.
And then we get the women's triple threat match, which was interesting. I wouldn't say it was good. I mean,
I did not see, but because I forgot. I don't know how I missed this match. I was going to go back and then realize I never went back to see this match. But I've seen every other match.
I reckon I would have stayed awake if there was a watch along. But because I was watching from bed, I was literally like, "Oh, forget it, I'm going to sleep." My body just went, "No, we're going to sleep, mate."
Hey! I'm taking over now. I'm going to sleep. You can stay awake, but I'm going to sleep.
And then we get the men's main event, which again I didn't enjoy. I really didn't. I can't get behind Bron Breakker. It's just there's nothing there for me.
Yeah. What'd you think of the? I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was. I think every Braun Strowman match will only probably be okay. I think that's his peak. I think he's in that where I have Cody Rhodes, who I guess jumped out of this cramp from 3 stars is the highest I can give him. But I think
Thing
over
is, though,
time he's proven me wrong. He's proven me wrong over some time.
We said 3-star Cody Rhodes because he was only wrestling people of that kind of ability. Where, like, you see when he came back, he immediately jumped in with, like, Seth and a few others.
Yeah, but even in AEW, he was going over 3 stars. And I was just being harsh on a lot of them. But I was like, he couldn't get over 3? Him and Darby Allin, that's only 2. But no, it was just more like, Braun Breaker is legit. Like, he can give you, he's like McDonald's. When it's like, you know what you're going to get.
Good. It's not good.
It's not good for you. It's all right. You know, I eat it. I eat it.
So do I.
But I ain't going to be happy about myself about doing this shit.
Oh, no, I'll be happy. Just not when it comes out. Oh, why did I do this again?
Yeah, when I mean McDonald's, it doesn't have that effect on me. McDonald's is more like, fuck, this is like doing crack of fast food right here. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be doing this.
Did you see the Shawn Michaels do the press junket afterwards, and then
No.
and then Waller interrupt him?
No,
It was funny, man. It was on the lines of like, why don't you love me, man? Like, do I have to wear hearts on my stuff? Why will you just pick me? Why don't you make me the guy, man? Why? And then you've got Albert trying to pull him back. It's like he's doing something. And then Shawn Michaels alluded to something happening after the match.
okay, I'm sure they're gonna show it on NXT tonight.
Yeah.
But here's something that I could come out of the show. The NXT talent is allowed to work indie dates. So
No,
like
it's
indie
only-
dates.
So it's backtracked. So it's basically Ivy now working Booker T's thing.
Oh, that's whack.
Yeah, it's just that. It's just that to do Booker a favor.
Oh, I was really hoping that like some of these guys go and like you
No.
see them on like a House of Glory event or some shit.
Nah, it's just
Like-
Ivy now. Unless they've changed it, but I watched the Cultaholic News and said they said it was this, but then it was like there was a backtrack of just Ivy now working at Booker show.
Ah, that's whack. But it would be nice if they did do that because I thought when the NXT was at its whole and they were had the agreement with working with like Evolve and those other things, a lot of talent benefited from that. Like, you know, Velveteen Dream, the Street Profits, and they were able to work with all these other guys and talent. Like, you know, I thought indie dates would have been nice for them. And it helped them get an extra paycheck for the ones who aren't like on TV. Like if Soul Roka, if I'm not getting enough time, or as I like to call her, black ass Soul Roka after Saturday, apparently. Apparently she's a strong, independent black woman. Did not know that. Why can't she work the strong, independent black scene? I'm just saying.
And then what else? That was basically it. That's NXT in a nutshell. Bailey's going to be on there with Toxic Attraction tonight. Whether she's what was it, recruiting or setting up a match, that'd be interesting.
And also with NXT tonight, I know we're gonna jump into Raw 1 second, and I don't know if anybody cares. They're gonna have a tough audience tonight. They're going against Joe Biden in the State of the Union address. And LeBron James chasing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Ain't nobody watching no NXT tonight. Baby, you ain't saving shit.
Nobody watches NXT. When you look at the numbers, when you look at the numbers, it's that 700. If they do 700, it's like 700,000 people that have fallen asleep in front of a TV.
Yeah, I forgot I was gonna. Maybe I have the numbers for next week's show, but I wanted to do the numbers of Nikki Bella's getting married or whatever the hell that show is compared to NXT and AEW, which is always a fun going like, God damn it, she's beating them all. She's beating quality wrestling shows, and it makes me sick.
All right, let's get into Monday Night Raw. Raw opens up with Edge and Beth returning once again to Monday Night Raw.
Enough said, Manny. Enough said. As I look to you, I say, if we started the show without having a date up there and we just released this randomly and we said, Edge is returning, this could have been any week, circa 2020 to 2020 week.
To the point where Edge even refers to himself as the king of comebacks. They're never good. The comebacks are never good. He says the Judgment Day was supposed to elevate stars, which it did, which he lists as everyone's doing better except Dominic. He says they made a problem even worse because he is cruel, a vindictive, sick bastard who will sink to any level to get his pound of flesh. Does that mean he eats people?
I don't know where he was trying to go with that, but I said, right on, Edge. Yeah.
Finn says Edge should probably say I quit because he returns just to get beaten down by the Judgment Day. Dom reminds Edge, since he's been gone, that he served hard time. He suggests he leaves before he does something that he learned inside. Edge suggests Dom dropped his pants in jail.
Oh, Edge.
Priest hates Edge so much he messed up his lines. And then this basically sets up Rhea, Finn versus Edge and Beth at the Elimination Chamber. As a brawl happens, the Street Profits help out, which leads to Dom getting a glam slam from Beth.
Which I thought was one of Dom's highlights of his career. Highlights of his career. This is getting back shots from the Booty Warriors.
Do you know what? If you go to prison and someone says the Booty Warriors are over there, I would never be more afraid of my life.
I think at that point I just start laughing
and crying.
Yeah, like that's when it finally hits in. It's like, I can't believe this shit's really happening. It's gonna happen to me. We also have the my favorite thing about this is the Priest losing his lines and all that. But I think my favorite thing about this segment, and every Judgment Day segment, is when Dominic is about to talk, they boo him, and Finn Balor says, "Let the man speak." I don't know why. That makes me laugh. Just his accent and the way he looks, and his full like b-boy outfit or whatever he's doing. Like, let the man speak. Yeah,
Jamiroquai, and then referenced virtual insanity, and I was like, I made that joke literally half an hour before Raw. When Finn put his fit of what he was dressed up as when they were at the Daytona thing at the Coliseum. I was just like, he does look like Jamiroquai.
Yeah. Thanks to
made of
virtual
insanity.
Now that hit. Yeah, look at this. Oh shit! Oh, look at me! Look at me! Oh, I am cool in the year 2000. That does not fit the WWE's demographic of the challenge. They're trying to get Jamiroquai. This is not someone relevant in modern time. And we have to explain to kids. Our audience is old enough. I think everybody's in their 30s here. They know what Jamiroquai is. But our audience is saying he was Bad Bunny for like a week. Basically.
I don't think he made it that big in America.
No, that's why I'm saying he's Bad Bunny for a week. One week, he was Bad Bunny in America.
I mean, virtual insanity was probably the hottest thing he ever had in America, and that was it. And I don't
he had more? I just thought he disappeared.
Nah, he had more. He was more of a UK act.
He was a UK artist? He wasn't American?
No.
Yeah, the name makes sense now. How did he come with that? I knew nothing about Jamiroquai other than slide across rooms. And I was like, this is a cool video. How did they do all this? And then, now it's...
So we get Damian Priest versus Dawkins. Marcus, how about that dive?
Yes!
He hit a swanton bomb!
Yes! Manny, I'm going to say this. Top wrestler I'm looking for every single week in wrestling. It's Dawkins is number one right now. It's Dawkins and Dax. Two tag team wrestlers I go I was like, oh, Dawkins is really like, what if Eddie Kingston never got on drugs or something. And Eddie Kingston's not on drugs or anything. But if Eddie Kingston wasn't Eddie Kingston, Dawkins has improved probably more than any wrestler I've seen in decades. It was just like a switch hit. He lost weight and it was like, oh, what is this?
So on Saturday, which most people haven't watched, so go back and watch that. I demand you to watch that.
It's so odd how correct and accurate we are on Saturday with what's gonna happen.
Marcus referred to Trick Williams as being his son. This may be also a different Saturday show I'm thinking about, but I think Dawkins.
The Mark the dishes. That's mine.
I think Dawkins. I look at Dawkins and see how much he's improved since he's been fat shamed, and like, oh, Montez is going to be the Shawn Michaels of this group, and you're going to be Jannetty.
Nah, bitch. I'll make him Christian, and I'm Edge, or whatever the case is, or whatever Dawkins is trying to do right now.
Yeah,
but he's improved so much, and you know the kill analogy also works for Dawkins, in which I won't say he's my son because he's a Laker fan or some kind or whatever. I don't know, but I will say that Dawkins is like that homie who went to jail and he came out of jail. You realize, you know what? He's doing all right now. He figured it out. He's doing all right.
So Priest wins the match and he's going into the Elimination Chamber.
I didn't know who was going to win this match. Legitly,
I thought they were going to put Priest in. And then we move into the Maximum Male model signing their contracts to be on Raw. Chelsea Green threatens Adam Pearce to call his manager if she's not given an opportunity.
Is she gonna bring Vince back?
Oh no!
Because that is his manager. She's not going to hunt
her. Baron Corbin versus Dexter Lumis. Lumis wins. JBL looks pissed. JBL calls Corbin channel changing television, and he doesn't give a damn about him because his legacy is being tarnished by Corbin. Calls him a clown, and you can't polish a turd because I tried.
Ouch! But you know what? Fuck you, JBL. Corbin was doing better without you. He was doing better without you. We need to figure out how to make him a bum again, though.
Bad investments. He lost all his money to the IRS the other day in that Raw 30 thing. Becky Lynch was interviewed backstage. She said when she first met Bayley, she was high-fiving and hugging people and attaching herself to whoever she thought was going to be her meal ticket to the top. Sasha Banks. Becky also wanted to be great, but she took the route of smashing people's faces and changing the game and becoming a man of this industry. And Bayley didn't like that, so she hit her with chairs and separated her shoulder, and now has brought her family into it. Becky later in the night is gonna play a hand that she hasn't played yet before.
And that is to be determined later in the show, or if you read the title, you know already. I really wish this story was Bayley fucked Steph and I fucked your man storyline to add to it, because I feel like they're on the cusp of that, even in the cage when Bayley was like, "You want to get mess with my family? You want to talk about my husband?"
Speaking of, actually, before we move on, when is her match?
The 18th.
Because it's lost. I feel like I've lost anything from Wrestle Kingdom. I've just fully lost all momentum of it. Like I do not care whatsoever at this moment in time.
Is February 18th.
Jesus Christ.
She had a dream that I made it. Get the internet talking crazy. Dun, 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 on the world.
A very pleasant Southern Brock Lesnar came out. He said the Royal Rumble sucked because he got thrown out by Bobby who? Bobby Lashley. Everything he's been doing for the last few weeks, all he can think about is Bobby who? Bobby
who?
Bobby Lashley. He crawled into bed
that
with
would be
Sable.
such a great promo. Bobby who? Bobby Lashley. Like you do a video package. This is like who? Bobby Lashley.
Bobby who?
Bobby Lashley. I can make an 80s R&B song about him. Bobby who? Bobby Lashley. Bobby who? Bobby Lashley.
When he crawls into bed with Sable after 4 or 5 hours later, all he can think about is Bobby Lashley.
Manny, has that ever happened to you?
Well, when I finish in bed and then think of another man? No.
Yeah, 4 hours later, 4 or 5 hours later, you're thinking, motherfucking Bobby Lashley.
Just Bobby Lashley in general.
Yeah, just Bobby Lashley in general.
No.
Manny,
No.
Manny, this Valentine's Day, the reason we're not going to be able to do an Untitled Manny and Marcus show, Manny's going to be out on a Valentine's Day date or something of some kind, and then after that date, he's just going to be thinking about Bobby Lashley. It's the reason why we are not doing a show next week. He's got to think
because me and Marcus are good friends, I will text him in the middle of the night a picture of Bobby Lashley and say, damn it!
And I'm just going to put who?
and then I'm going to send a voice note, Bobby Lashley. You telling me this isn't the greatest show? Come on, people.
Yeah,
like
come on.
Subscribe. Come
this
on.
This is the best. Come on. If it was Valentine's Day today, go ahead. Put us in the in the little car, like kids, and with the little candy, and put us in the little bag under somebody's chair and share the fucking show, okay? Yeah. Share the fucking show.
Share the show.
And subscribe.
He's got $1 million contract and a $5 denim jacket for Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley at the Elimination Chamber. I thought this was a Mania match. He calls Bobby Lashley out. If he has any balls, he will come out and sign the contract. Bobby comes out and tells a story, Marcus. Everyone was about telling stories today. He's currently 2-1 up because he threw him over the top rope. So things are going to be done under his terms. He's going to have his people look over the contract. And then Bobby asks in the most monotone way. He's almost like very Mysterio. He's like, are you surprised that I got one up on you? And then pokes the nose of Brock Lesnar, which his returns is with an F5. And then the bloodlust of this crowd asked for another one, and he gave him another one.
Yeah, the bloodlust of Orlando. Nothing like the bloodlust kicking in the people. Yeah! Again!
Do it!
Do it again! Only in wrestling where you ask for somebody to keep hitting somebody.
I don't know what he's talking about.
He's talking about Valentine's Day. We're going to be sending images of unsolicited
No. Levi said February the 17th. I don't know what he's talking about.
I think it might be Sasha. It's technically February 17th for us, but it'll be February 18th for everybody else.
Ah, okay.
Like you and maybe that's what he means.
Well, you may get a quick review of that during the Elimination Chamber watch along.
Can I also chime in and say one more thing about this Bobby Lashley segment? Fuck Bobby Lashley. What does his lawyers got to look over? That was a half a sheet of paper. What are they going to look over? No. Like his lawyer's like, what are you paying me? You paying me to look at this paragraph, Bobby? You really need to learn how to fucking read or something.
Hey, Bobby, it's basically Brock written on there. I, Brock Lesnar, do declare that I would like to fight Bobby. Who? Bobby Lashley.
Bobby Lashley. At Elimination Chamber, $1 million purse. Sign here.
Then we get Carmella versus Piper Niven versus Michin versus Candice LeRae. The match was pretty good. Carmella wins by taking advantage of Piper Niven hitting the cannonball on Candice, books her spot into the Elimination Chamber match.
Yes. I believe everybody, and I mean The Rock says everybody, was thrilled for this one. And by that, I mean Corey Graves was the only one who was like, yes!
Corey Graves was the only person that was happy about this.
Carmella in a feud with Carmelo over Mello is money and Mella is money. I mean, she can have it. I think that's what the story
Melo's got more. Mello has more catchphrases like, I am him. Mello don't miss.
Yeah. But so whatever. Carmella is now a cross between, I think, all of the gimmicks she's adopted in the past. Whether it's the most beautiful woman done to me and the Staten Island princess. I think she's doing all at once. And she's also throwing a Lita thong now as she's walking to the ring.
Yep. and she has the nerve to call out someone using one of her catchphrases when she's completely stealing an old lady's gimmick.
Yeah. Well, she's still a fabulous gimmick. F-A-B. Spell out the name. She's her whole career is based off of stealing Enzo and Big Cass's gimmick.
Jamal said, "Glad to see me in OC gear now. Go full blood."
Yeah, she's actually wearing it now. The OC isn't around. You know, that's dead now that AJ's gone.
Yeah.
Those people aren't getting on TV. The OC is dead without AJ.
Alpha Academy versus Cedric and Shelton Benjamin. I think a couple of comments have come across where it was... Where is it? Jamal saying Hurt Business imminent. Chris Leclerc says Hurt Business will help Bobby Lashley beat Brock Lesnar and join the Hurt Business.
Yeah, I see it happening. And I think that's how we get the Mania, right? I don't know what maybe they fight in a fight pit or a steel cage of some kind. I would do fight pit at Mania.
I don't think you could do fight pit at Mania. It just for the sake of where you would put it.
I think so. They just lower it, right? All they do is lower the cage.
Yeah, what if they have something else that they want to lower?
I think there's only one lower. I think they're only going to lower one thing. I think we're only lowering one thing. They might.
I want them to remove the ropes, just like when they did it for the sumo wrestling.
Or for remove the rope, or for like the Kenny King and Speedball Mike Bailey that you could have watched on Impact. I think last week or 2 weeks ago, they had a fight pit or a pit fight match, which was the exact same type of thing. But I think that's where we're going with these two. I think the Hurt Business is going to reform, as they're saying, and they're going to cost Brock the match, and then Brock has to get his revenge at Mania in LA.
I will say Chad Gable is wasted in this tag team. He is absolutely wasted. He's hilarious in this tag team, but he's also wasted. He was the highlight of this match. Nothing the Hurt Business did. He was the highlight of this match.
Yeah, he's amazing in everything he does.
It was nice seeing the lumbar check done by Cedric, but like some of those suplexes Gable was doing, incredible.
Yeah. Jamal is requesting we get a shoot fight from Bobby and what you call him. And you know what? That's some real shit that I would pay to see. I don't give a damn.
I'd pay to see it, but that's too real, and you know Brock would just destroy him.
Would he though?
He's got the weight advantage. If he gets full mount, Bobby Lashley is going to get mauled.
I don't know. It's close. It's close. It's going to be close.
And they're both the same age. They're roughly about the same age.
I mean, the only difference I feel like is that Brock has UFC experience and Bobby has random garage MMA experience.
I thought he was in Bellator at one point.
Yeah, it may have been Bellator. Legit. It was legit. I forgot where Bobby fight, but he never had a mainstream fight. He's in that Jake Hager kind of stage of fighting when you just be like, oh yeah, they had a lot. But who did they beat?
Then we get Chelsea Green versus Asuka, which is basically Chelsea Green demanded an opponent again to Pierce, who just scheduled a rematch for next week, which will be Miz versus Boogs, and then Chelsea Green gets Asuka. Chelsea Green got some on Asuka before.
Yeah. I mean, you don't call out the Undertaker, and the Undertaker proceeds to get ass whooped. That's what Adam Pearce completely messed up. Asuka was when the music hit and her face dropped, I was like, oh, Chelsea's gonna die. This is iconic circa 2017. And Asuka, she's gonna eat. And then Asuka gets in there, and Asuka gets her ass whooped. And I believe Chelsea Mann hit her finisher on Asuka and then proceeded to talk trash to Shower Cap Natty, Liv Morgan, and the rest of the people who are in this chamber match. Yeah. I can't remember it.
Yeah. And then Bianca comes out and tells the 6 competitors good luck because she was in that position last year. What has Bianca done since having this title?
Well, oh wow! Now you're measuring her entire title reign. Title reign. She's had some 6-woman tags.
She's been stuck in tag matches and then feuding with Alexa Bliss, which just ended.
It's not her fault. This women's division is
This
weak.
booking is terrible.
It's not her fault. It's not her fault. This division is weak. She doesn't have an opponent. I think they were all banking on something more, but they didn't. Because I don't even know who she's gonna fight at Mania. I don't want anybody in that chamber match. Carmella's like her arch nemesis. She fights her every big pay-per-view, and she whoops her ass.
And then we move into the Cody Rhodes promo.
Yes, dude, my adrenaline was through his veins and everything. Sounded hoarse. I don't know if he's losing his voice or is he smoking way too many cigarettes. I don't know.
He addresses the Sami Zayn issue. He says he may be facing him at WrestleMania. Wishes him the best of luck at Elimination Chamber.
Okay, pause. How do you feel he's handling that? You think this is the right goes to lean into the crowd's love of Sammy and say, "I'm with you guys. I
Well,
support
they
Sammy.
still got that problem.
Sammy's gonna win."
I thought we might have to answer that question at some point. Is how do you address this problem? Because there's two ways you can do it. You give Roman, you put the title match on night one, and then if it's and then you have, I don't know, Sammy Cody on the first night, and the winner faces Roman.
Yeah, the more I've said, Cody's not. I mean, Sammy's not gonna. He's not. It's not going past the chamber. I think the story is gonna be with the Usos themselves, and either it's KO and Sammy against the Usos, or it's. I think it's gonna legit be Jay versus Sammy, which would be the actual better singles match. In which Jay has cried for Sammy, but if he comes back and turns on Sammy at Chamber, I think we got a personal blood feud right there. That can put Sammy to the side.
What about it is Sammy and Kevin versus the Usos for the tag titles, and then Jay's conflicted, and you have this story play out through the match. I think the storytelling, and then we'll carry on with the Cody thing, but they've added a new dimension to this story that's already going on with Roman with the Cody stuff, and the story is fucking insane. Whoever's written this, is insane.
Yeah. I'm going to say it's probably Paul Roman and that crew. Whoever's in charge of the Bloodline business, is the true modern masterpiece of modern wrestling. Yes. He's the Vince Russo of his time. Not like, a lot better. But it's just like, it was nice to add it in. And I don't want Roman and Cody to ever I want them to not come face to face until maybe 2 weeks before Mania. That it's just always Paul. It's just always Paul coming out there, just trolling him, talking about his childhood.
This was bad. So like, fuck WWE for making me care so much and pulling the heartstrings. Paul Heyman says he and the Tribal Chief want to congratulate him for winning the Rumble. Cody then says, "I want to tell a story from 2000, the year 2000. The Rhodes family went broke. He got a phone call from Paul for the dream to be on ECW to do a little package with Steve Corino and gave the dream his confidence back. He wants to thank him for that. He thanks him for showing him the way when he was in AEW. And this is all pulling at the heartstrings of Paul Heyman, who's getting all like
got very emotional.
Paul reminds him with the greatest respects that this isn't about Paul, this isn't about Dusty, this is about Cody and his fight to the top, that it's his story that he needs to finish, if it's a dream come true or if it's a nightmare that he came so close. Because he's not just main eventing WrestleMania, he is trying to take away from the greatest champion of all time, Roman Reigns, and that's no easy task for any mere mortal, let alone someone that has no idea what it is like to be under that spotlight. Will he crumble or self-destruct under that pressure? Because no one has prepped him for that. At the WWE Performance Center, his father Dusty trained and prepped Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, Bayley, Kevin Owens, and the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns. But he didn't train and prep Cody.
Oh! It hurts.
It gets worse. As a father himself, maybe Dusty wanted Cody to step out of his shadow. Step out of the shadow of the dream. Just not being just Dusty's son, that he wanted him to forge his own path as the man that stopped Roman Reigns. And Paul ends this conversation by mentioning a conversation he had with Dusty before he passed away. He said Cody was his favorite son, but Roman Reigns was the son he always wanted.
Oh!
Oh my god!
Oh my god! What the hell? Bombshell on Dusty from the past. I want to hear the recording of this one. Paul, you liar! You liar!
Marcus, I can.
Dusty turned heel.
I can try and recreate it with the images that we have. Roman Reigns is the son I always wanted.
Cody body leaves. I think Sean Pikachu would have been like my reaction. But even after that, it seems like that was the last line of the segment, but it wasn't. It was Cody literally going up to Paul, looking like he's going to attack him, but then puts his hand out and said, "I'm just a man trying to win a wrestling title, and you people always got to make it personal. I just want to wrestle, damn it. Well, now it's personal. I'm taking that title for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania." And I was like, yes! I was so fired up after this segment going what the fuck? I didn't expect this to be this good.
If they didn't do this, I think people would be more clamoring towards Sammy at WrestleMania. Yeah. So if they didn't do this night, because this was huge, if they didn't do this night, we'd be going, do you know what? Sammy's in WrestleMania.
I feel like
Cody can have his other shot another time. I
felt like this. I would like to think, but I overthink things, and I'm pretty sure maybe they don't even think like this. I like to think this was retaliation to like how we're going to do Cody and Roman, and with Sammy going like this, and they're going, well, this promo, we're going to save this for like the final week for Mania or whatever. But if we throw this shit out right now, you want to see Cody kick Roman's ass and win that title and ruin Paul's life for not only one saying this story, but he's probably lying. It's probably a 900% chance he's lying. So you want to see like Paul just lose everything at this point.
It was a great segment. So Levi said, remember when Cody wasn't very popular? That's when he was trying to cure racism and it didn't make sense.
Yeah, that was nonsense. You know it was, Levi. Come on. It was terrible. Him and his wife Brandy running around, winning the TNT title and losing it. Like he'll lose it and win it and take it away from Brody Lee. Like he was fucking up. Cody was fucking up and you know it. That's why he was getting booed by the AEW audience. This show, honestly, Eric has praised Cody 90% of the time. Except for that little stint when he tried to cure racism and do some other nonsense in between. When Cody was in the Codyverse and Arn shooting gun at people, it was nonsense. There was so much nonsense going on there that we're leaving out. The Anthony Ogogo weigh-in, all of that was just nonsense. But when Cody keep it simple, when he was originally going after the AEW title in AEW, when he got the TNT title and was having a dog collar match and was just losing, and then he came back and I don't know why he would win, but when he just kept it simple and wasn't trying to save the world or break kayfabe news or whatever he's trying to do, it's easy. And this was one of those moments where it's like, oh, this is Cody being Cody. This is simple. He's not trying to do all that other shit. He's not setting himself on fire for no reason.
Yeah, Cody did a lot of things to try and pop the crowd when he didn't need to at the time. Like people were there to see him, and it was the pandemic era, and he was doing too much. He was doing too much. I feel like he's kind of in a controlled setting where he isn't given so much creative control. He's got some input, but like it's not taking over.
Let me tell you the line that made me go interesting was the line where Cody was like, I'm not allowed to talk about that other place, but I'm going to, brush on it. I came to you, Paul. I came to you for advice on what should I be doing as a management. And I go, Paul Heyman's secret ghostwriter of AEW? Did he ghostwrite some stories on the side? Is that what happened? Is that what I heard? Did I hear that correctly?
Because we would remember those stories because they would have been good.
Cody had good stories. He has some good stuff. I'm just saying he asked him for advice on some of the things to do, and it seems like Carl Heyman did a little ghostwriting of AEW. Sounds like that happened on the side. That's what it sounded like.
And then we get a cooldown segment. Essentially, it was Montez Ford versus Elias. Montez Ford wins with the frog splash. Seth Rollins basically appeared on screen for maybe 2 seconds, takes out Austin Theory after the match with a stomp, and then leaves.
Yep. I thought overall it was a nice little segment. I would have preferred it be flipped though. I would have went Dawkins in the chamber and Taz losing, and it leads to his frustration for him to turn on Dawkins next time he sees him and throw him through the barbershop window.
I want Dawkins to turn on Ford.
I'm shocked in modern wrestling time, and I know it wouldn't make any sense and everybody would know what's coming. We don't set up Beefcake's barbershop one more time for disgruntled tag teams to see if they want to go through it.
And then we get the main event Marcus wanted 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago.
Becky Lynch versus Bayley, steel cage match. Do you know what I thought was funny about this match? Becky had been throwing Bayley into that cage so hard that it made Bayley change up her whole wrestling game because she started putting on submissions in this match.
He beat Bayley so much he turned into William Regal. Like, oh shit!
So put some leg locks in. And
I'm taking to the mat. I'm taking to the mat.
And then Lita eventually makes a save when Damage Control start getting involved in what felt like the slowest save ever.
Well, she and I want to add this as in a category: Team Extreme. When your partner is getting beat up and mugged, you do not have time for full entrance. This goes to Lita and Jeff. Lita, they go for their full entrance. Just run out there and make the save. You're not fast as it is.
Because Bayley could have literally escaped numerous times while this was happening.
Yeah. Bayley's just watching going like, oh, she really moving this slow. Now, was this the original plan for this segment, like a Raw 30? Because it seemed like it was a Raw 30 carryover. Because Lita would have been there.
It might be, and I read somewhere that they're hinting that it may be an Elimination Chamber Damage Control versus Becky Lynch, Lita, and it's time to rock and roll. Oh!
They might lose control. Oh! So what you say is we're going to get some Stratusfaction?
Yeah, it's Canada.
Oh yeah, it does make sense, huh? Since she apparently isn't allowed to leave Canada. Every time they go to Canada, she's allowed to be there. But when they're in America, Trish don't make those appearances. Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So it was.
Wait, is Dakota going to be healed?
I don't know. Who knows? I don't know how injured she actually is. Like, that could be just playing up to the injury Becky Lynch destroyed her last week.
No, they were according to the dirt sheets, but again, it's not accurate because it's not the Wall Street Journal reporting this. That she was, she was injured at the Rumble somehow.
Oh, okay. This episode of Raw, it was a solid B. It was really good.
I give it a B. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it had the promo segments hit, mostly the Cody and Heyman segment.
Nah,
but I also enjoyed
Brock's one made me laugh.
Brock and Bobby Lashley and 5 hours of thinking about Bobby Lashley ladies. And I enjoyed the Judgment Day and their talking segment with the Edge and Beth, but mostly the Judgment Day because I like hearing about Dom. Dom might be my favorite heel in wrestling, and you know, just because he's hated by everybody, just in general, and he's just such a coward. He's a piece of shit, and he's claiming to be hard. I enjoy Judgment Day, and you know, I thought it was enjoyable. It was smooth, like it had a good it had a really good transition. Even there was no down I could flip over and turn on this one, but no.
And thing is, I was looking at this because obviously when I'm watching this on when I watch the show, I can see how long's left of the show. And it felt like I felt like the cage match wasn't going to be enough for me. Like it was like just a regular main event. It was like they weren't going to give it an extended amount of time or whatever. And And I started thinking, could I have actually cut anything from here to make this match longer? You could have probably, the only thing you could have probably looked at and went, oh, we could have cut that, was the Chelsea Green thing. But I was like, I didn't mind that.
It was some nice backstage stuff. Maybe the Miz and criticizing Pierce and him setting them up and shit, but it's fine. I'm fine. I'm fine with all of it. And used their whole ensemble cast. And it filtered in the Bloodline storyline, which, people want more.
So, it was a really good show. So Levi said Cody MJF was great. It was good.
Yeah, it was great.
But I'm taking points off from it because the story was retold 2 other times.
Yeah.
And
we're talking about Cody,
he's done it with Jericho, and then he's done this with he's doing this currently with Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, he did it with Wardlow too.
Yeah, and he's doing it with Wardlow. It's ridiculous. So this is technically 4 times the story's been told, the exact same story.
But Cody and MJF was a good story. I had no problem. The whips in the court, the lashes, we're all support that.
Oh no, they added the drama when Dustin wanted to take some lashes for it.
I'll take it for you, I'll take it for you.
Yeah.
Like it was good shit, and like there were times when Cody was really good, but there at the end of his AEW run, it was like, what is Cody doing? This is nonsense.
Yeah, Cody was just on there to be on there. It was not real any of importance or anything. Chris Leclerc says Raw was a B+. I think it was a solid B or B+ or whatever.
Best Raw of the year, probably. That's early on, but
it was way better than War 30.
Yeah, like it's just, and it had the same amount of stars, to be honest.
Yeah,
I didn't even know Brock Lesnar was advertised on the show when they were like, Brock Lesnar's coming out next, and I went, what?
No, he was.
I had not seen any dirt sheets or anything.
I saw the images like maybe 2 hours before Raw, and I was like, okay.
Because this was a great Raw because I had worked the previous night, or not like great Raw because I worked the previous night, but it was great because I didn't see any of like the random dirt sheets that I'm flicking through or anything. Because I just kind of woke up because I worked the night before and I just watched Raw and I was like, oh, had no idea what was going to be on the show, to be honest.
Yeah, last night was one of the few nights that I didn't decide to troll or whatever, like try and boost my stat pad, as we call it in the game. But yeah, I actually went to sleep, got a good night's sleep, and then I actually woke up an hour before my alarm today. So I watched a good proportion of Raw before I started work.
Well, that's good. Yeah. Look at us doing healthy stuff.
What, going to sleep?
Yeah, sleeping and shit. Look at Manny.
And I obviously didn't have to produce a short in the middle of the night.
No. Oh no, I think we need to. I don't know how we're gonna do this, Manny, but we need to do that. Bobby who? Bobby Lashley. We need to make a short with that.
We need to get in the studio.
Yeah, we need to get in the studio. Turn my headphones up, Manny. Bobby Lashley.
So Marcus, I'll be standing up like this. Bobby who? Bobby Lashley. Bobby who?
Bobby who?
Bobby Lashley.
I can imagine Brock waking up to Sable like, honey, what's wrong? He's just like, just angry. He's sweating. He just, is everything okay? Bobby fucking Lashley, honey. Sable, Bobby Lashley. Or you can put that meme up. I can't believe he just nudged at me. And then they always add playing video games right there. And he's thinking about Bobby Lashley.
No, what was the one when it's the guy turned to his side and then the woman I wonder what he's thinking about. Or the couple holding hands and then the guy's turning back and it
he's looking at Bobby Lashley. Oh man. Yeah, but I do like the one sleeping. I bet he's thinking about other women. Bobby Lashley.
Those meme templates will never die as well. Those are old ones, but they will never die because they're relevant to everything.
Yeah, I think those are in the all-time meme Hall of Fame as long as Wolverine clutching frame photo of whatever. All-time Hall of Fame. Those would never go.
So make sure you like the video and subscribe. The Marcus, the grand finale.
The fuck is my name? Marcus, the grand finale. Like you've never heard that before in your life. Like you're reading an advertisement of someone's name.
Do you know when I do the outro, I don't actually ever know what I'm going to say.
Well, hold on. For the Manny, Lord Manny, Lord Manny Hayes, the Manny of all Mannys.
He will be back tomorrow with Jamal, who was in the chat. I'm not sure if he's still here. With ETE, talking about the nonsense that's going on elsewhere in professional wrestling.
Yes, Kota Ibushi, free agent, going to different wrestling promotion. We have House of Glory to cover. No, he's just going to start his own school or something. I don't know what he's going to do. But they have to be signed. I'm sure he's going to show up on AEW eventually.
Is his school eating cake with Kenny fucking Omega? I'm tired of any time I see these two together. Looking like they're having the best date ever.
I'm tired of happiness. I hate their happiness. It fails to compare anybody else in their happiness. I want them, after they have sex, I want them to think about Bobby Lashley, okay? I want to see that moment when they're miserable.
Yeah, so they'll be talking about all these ongoings that isn't AEW, and we'll just come back with Lita as a thought bot.
Well, Jamal's theory on all these old wrestlers. Pack it up. Pack them up.
And I will be back on Thursday with the Marcus, the grand finale.
Yeah.
I just want to be the. I just want to be the. Like the
all right, you're dumb Manny Hayes now. You're dumb Manny Hayes. No longer the Lord.
Title. No, you can't. I'm not losing my title.
What, you want to be known as the Lord Manny Hayes? Yeah, because that becomes very religious at that point. The Lord Manny Hayes.
Yeah, but then we can end the show with that is the gospel according to Lord Manny Hayes. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Get picked up by the religious channels. I'm HEYMAN, Marcus the grand finale.
We need views anyway, anyhow.
We're going down a very dark route.
Yeah, while Marcus and the rest will be going to WrestleMania, Jamal has been locked in for the WrestleMania watch-alongs, possibly the NXT one. Depends. And do you know what? This year I will not be doing what I did last year, where I had the NXT watch-along, went to a friend's birthday, got drunk, and then did WrestleMania watch-along, sobering up through the rest of the show.
Hey!
I had the most stressful day. I had a haircut that day. I did all this stuff.
Good times.
But yeah, we'll be back. And then watch Retro. It's some of the funniest shit.
Yeah. Just come down memory lane with us. Come on down. Watch us talk about Kid Shamrock on a week-to-week basis. I think he has a streak of being the only person to be talked about on every single episode of Raw's Retro.
Yeah, or watch us talk about Jeff Jarrett. Then, now, and forever.
Or how Road Dogg was the Dax of his time. Oh, shit.
Oh, I was meant to put Charlotte.
I think we should symbol all the blue wrestlers. Charlotte, Blue Meanie, and Blue Tista. And I can't think of any.
and you're gonna enjoy when we eventually get to this. You're gonna see this thumbnail in maybe 2 weeks. I just remember laughing my head off at like midnight talking to Marcus about this nonsense.
Yeah, it was just absolute nonsense, and we were just going. I just remember seeing it. I've never. It's something that I had probably locked away that I remember seeing, but this time it really burned in there. It really burned in there.
It locked in. Marcus said for the show afterwards, I think we need to replicate it, but I know what needs to be burned. But I like this T-shirt. The bear shirt. The bear shirt. Marcus, the bear shirt. The bear shirt.
The bear shirt comes back, guys.
But do you believe in love after love? Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, we'll be back.
By the way, her new music sucks, and I can't. I want to fire the WWE music guy, whoever that guy is.
Oh, that needs to
deserves
go.
be fired.
I can't even beatbox to it anymore.
Yeah.
God.
I don't even want to do my flip. Manny, when I heard her music, I used to do the flip too. Just the way Charlotte used to do the flip before she did the splits and slid in the ring.
Oh, the
yeah, the flip and then the slide in the ring and then the wink. I did that every single time that happened. Now I can't get jiggy with this shit. I wish we should add that to every bad theme song that come out that's new. You hear Charlotte Flair song? We should add Michael Blackson. I can't get jiggy with this shit. Try again, motherfucker. Try again, motherfucker.
That I knew that was Michael Blackson.
Really?
I did not know that was Michael Blackson prior to watching that very long when it first came out. I did not know that was Michael Blackson till I watched it again and was like, oh, that is Michael Blackson.
Hilarious in everything he does. The man can say anything, just add motherfucker at the end of it, you just start laughing.
He wants us to do all the retro themes. I can't remember yet. The only Impact one I remember is AJ's one. You are who I am.
Wait, you don't remember Here Comes the Beer. Here comes the money. The beer money theme? No. Or Jeff Jarrett, My World. Or the Abyss. Do you remember Abysses? It's kind of like the circuit. No. That's more like Doinks, but. Oh, you mean current, not TNA things. You talking about Impact Wrestling things. Oh, Manny ain't gonna get any of those.
I don't get any. Do you know who I might get? Because I seemingly only seem to watch his matches whenever I do catch something on Impact. Willie Mack. See, so anytime I want turn it on or watch it, it's like, oh, it's Willie Mack again.
Sting's with the massive guitar solo? That was the best Sting intro of all time.
Nah, I still prefer WCW Sting.
No, you talking about intros, music?
Yeah.
The sad, you like that sad music? I ain't fucking
it's
with
classic
music.
Sting.
I haven't heard that so long that I probably need to hear it to remind me that I enjoyed that thing.
It bangs.
It started to click when you said that. I was like, oh yeah.
It bangs. That proper slaps.
But maybe that's our next random short, Manny. Our favorite theme songs as we try to hum it out.
That could be a game show. We did a game show that we could do.
And then how about this theme song? Where am I? It's always Jeff Jarrett. It's always Jeff Jarrett. Oh yeah. Joe Henry's Edge's Bench. I don't know if anybody's seen that. We weren't able to talk about it this week on ETE because I had to cancel the show due to like nonsense, basically.
Epic diarrhea, people.
Epic diarrhea. You thought your diarrhea was bad? Mine was the Avatar 2 of diarrheas. It just went on and on. I still have yet to see that movie.
It's blue too.
Blue. Ain't a lot of fucking gushers or something. Made it blue. The goddamn shit is blue. My shit looked just like the blue meanie. You had it up there, ready?
Jamal also lost his voice.
Yeah.
That's why there was no ETE last week.
So, I guess that's the end of the show. I think we ended the show like 20 minutes ago, but continue to go on. Yeah.
Well, you can't not talk about when this comes up again.
Why? Oh no. Again, that's about Avatar 3. This is the villain of Avatar 3. The V gets the blue meanie. Avatar 4, the Joshua returns.
And on that note, guys.
By the way, the Rise of Bob Holly is on. How are you not watching the Raw's Retro? The Rise of Bob Holly, Hardcore Holly is happening.
Hardcore Holly is coming. Hardcore Holly is coming.
Yeah,
if you want to be on that show, just let us know. We have some guest spots coming up. Yeah, so let us know. And we'll be back tomorrow.
It'll be Thursday. Yeah. Tomorrow, then Thursday, then Friday, and then Saturday. We're here all week. And then check out all the shorts, which will.
No, there's only that this week.
Oh,
I haven't got anything planned this week, unless another woman with pots and pans decides to turn up.
I'm honestly shocked that she wasn't our thumbnail this week, Randy, because that lady's a needle mover. She's a needle mover.
If you haven't watched that, go watch that because that is fucking hilarious. You can even skip out the part where I'm talking. Just watch her. She's the star of that video.
Of course, it's her video.
So yeah, we'll be back. Take care. Shave your hair.
Or don't. Bang! Blow up, Betty! Blow us up!